So, hello everybody. So, this meeting is about non-duality, not two, not two. We are not used to not two. Everything is in two. When there's living in the story, everything is in two, right and wrong, and good and bad, and before and after, and also living in time. When there's me, I'm here, I'm living in time, there's something going on. This is my life. I was born and there's my life going on, and there's one moment there's the end of my life. And then there's coming to this kind of meetings and there's not seeing someone. And the strange thing is when they're seeing, like hearing, like, oh, there's no one, there's no me, then we think, or a lot of people can think, like, there's in this body there will be no me anymore, and maybe that's the end of suffering or the end of trouble, or maybe a freedom is there, or a joy, something going on like that. It has nothing to do with your life. And that's strange, because most of the time what we're going to meetings or we're doing things, and it's about ourself, our life, how it's going, what do I feel, is that all right, or there's still something going on like me, so how can I deal with that? And there's that feeling of I am here and I have a choice, or I can do something about that. That's so embodied, that's so the normal way. So most of the time, it isn't heard. There is already no one. There never has been someone. Like there's no Rose, there never has been Rose. So the life of Rose never did exist. It was only a dream, an idea of an embodied idea that I was here, I am here, and I'm have a past. There's a development. There's continuation. Living in time. It seems so normal. It seems so normal. There was yesterday. There will be tomorrow. And there isn't. It's a dream. And that's crazy. It's crazy to hear that there's only this, and that's already this, and then there, or then it's not even then, and this, and there's this, and that's it. And this, you can't even explain what that is. We had a conversation like last time at saying like this walling and all that, but you can't mention, you can't say what it is. There can be some words about it, but it never really is exactly how it is. You can't say it how it is. So that's the impossibility of describing what's going on, what this is, what life is. And that's crazy, because that's what we normally do. We do try to describe what's going on in myself, what's going on in my life, how to deal with this, or asking questions about it, thinking maybe that helps, that maybe there's a better feeling about what's going on. There's nothing wrong with living in the story and living in life, and it's most of the time it's that what's going on. But in the same time, it's a dream. There's nothing happening. There is this room. How can you say it? And, but it's the same time. It is an appearance, and it's not there at all. There's nothing happening. So there's an appearance, and there's nothing happening. So that whole idea, we have to deal with things and what can I do, and being busy with what's going on, is a dream. It can be very, very convincing, can be very strong, going on all those thoughts about some situation, what's going on, and being busy with what's going on in your life and trying to work it out or all that. And maybe somewhere hearing that it doesn't matter anyway, but still that can be so strong. And that can be also frustrating, because there's ringing a bell already. There's no one and it's going nowhere. And still it's going on. So that's the frustration, and that can be like, oh, I want to go to meetings, or I want to listen to YouTube, YouTube meetings and anything. It doesn't matter. It's not you doing that. It's what is apparently happening. And it hasn't a meaning. It isn't right or wrong. It's exactly what it is. So that maybe watching YouTube films uh, is exactly what it is. There's nothing right or wrong with that. It's just that. Or that maybe there's sitting or there's thoughting. That can be anything. Life is everything. So it doesn't matter what it is. It's full on and it's complete as it is. So right and wrong is only in the story, thinking that there's a separation, that I'm here and there's another person and another situation and it's happening to me and all that. So I feel separate. There's something going on, there's something gone wrong, there's something apart. I feel like abandoned. I feel there can be a lot of feelings about that. It's so strong, that separation, that feeling of separation. And it can be in all kind of ways, like abandoned or not good enough. But there's all, and it shows itself in the world, in not in the world, but in situations like what's going on that seems to happen to you. It's only energy. It doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't mean anything. And that we can talk about that. And maybe when maybe there are questions about what's going on in your life and what seems to be your life, it doesn't matter. It's talking like I did this and all that. There's no need for non-duality language or things like that. There's nothing better than to say it in a certain way or less or all that. There is no less, there is no better. It's exactly how it's going. So that the way it's expressed when there's a question is full on, is complete as it is. So it can't be wrong or it can't be silly or all that. No. So we can see what will happen, and maybe there are questions, maybe there's a sharing, maybe there's silence. Nothing is holy, nothing is something special or something like that. So we'll see. And if there's a question coming, then you can unmute yourself and then you can start talking. If you start talking, you will be in recording. So if you don't want that, you can also use the chat function and type what you want to say. We'll see. This is also not about knowing, and people know when there's being at meetings, it's already like, oh yeah, it's not about understanding, it's not about knowing it, not all that. And subtly, it can be so strong, wanting to be clear, that somebody talking in a very clear way, and it can be, oh, it can be like that, and I couldn't say it like that, so it's still not yet there, and all that. It doesn't matter. It can be very clear, and there can be talking in a very clear way, or not. It doesn't matter. This is not about clarity or understanding at all. It doesn't matter if there's no understanding. This is about not knowing. So there's not knowing in the end, and everything is apparently going in a certain way. And if they're seeing apparently or not seeing apparently, no big deal. It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. And it's not like saying that to yourself, because there can be so new concept. And also, there's nothing wrong with that, but it's a misunderstanding. And then can be like that you can see yourself busy with trying to do that, saying that to yourself and all that, because we want to grasp something. So that seems so normal and human to do that, to grasp and to find out what's the best way, and maybe saying, yeah, it's what it is, or there's no one, so it doesn't matter, and all that. And then somewhere there's not hearing. It's not about that. It's not about anything. And that's crazy, because that's so nothing. There's no work to do. We are so busy with trying to find out and trying to know and trying to anywhere. And it can be a knowing, there can be an understanding of what's going on and what's being said here. But in a way, in that way, it's not about understanding, because when it's unknowing, it's something like, ooh, that's life. And it's not about being so, yeah, it's what it is, and yeah, it's very clear. Can be kind of safe in that way. Life isn't safe or unsafe. Life is full on in anything. And it can be any feeling, every feeling. So when there's that trembling down, of this crumbling down, that energy of the identity, and I'm here, that can be feeling like a threat, because that identity, there's so much investment in that, and so being busy, and that's what you can grasp, and there's some control in that. Maybe it's not seen in that way. Well, there can be so much feeling there's still something I can do, or subtly in that way. And then suddenly there's a feeling like, oh no, oh, and that can be like, oh, or or not. There can be also a relief and feeling like, oh God, that's just a relief. Was so much responsibility and being busy. It's so different, and it's not this person is like that or this person is like that. It can be in any way, so it can change. Life is everything, so it's not logic in a certain way. It's like going, how can you say, how can you tell? So it's already, so I can speak about that, or maybe not speaking about it. Mhm.
Hi, Rose.
Hey, hello.
Hi.
Mhm.
Uh, you mentioned something about like the separation and the feeling of
Mm,
abandon.
mm,
I wonder if you could say something more about that because um,
mm.
it feels familiar, but I thought like I always related it, with childhood stuff and so. But is it like something else? What you mean? What you meant?
No, but it seems like in childhood there can be some circumstances, and that confirms that there's a being abandoned or all that. Or
Right.
there can be not those circumstances, but still there's that feeling. It's so different what's going on, and we assume that the childhood and what there's remembered what's going on is the cause of what's happening, and there's a continuation in my life and maybe trauma or things like that. But when there's that separation, that there's that feeling of there's I'm not part of it anymore. So it feels like abandoned, or there can be all kind of ways how it's felt or it shows itself. Not good enough, alone. There's so many ways. It's different. So it's one of the ways that can happen. One of the feelings that can happen.
So it's like different kind of abandoned. It's different kind of
No, there's
like
no abandon, but it feels like that, and it seems like when there's that's the strange thing is circumstance. There's only one. So that what I mean with that, there's no I am here, and there are circumstances happening to me. It's one. So those circumstances, when there's that, it's a bit it's a story. So it's there's a feeling of abandoned, and then there seems to be in the story seems to be confirming that, you could say it in that way. So
uh,
it's like in that way the story is confirming what's being, yeah, it's not, Don't
No,
make it
no.
into like, oh, it's always like that, but it's trying to explain it in a little bit.
But maybe you mean like something like feeling abandoned, like separated from wholeness, like that kind of abandoned.
Yeah, but that in the story, it feel then there's feeling that that's the abandoned. That can because there's the abstracting and seeing like, oh, I'm here, and over there is my mother, or there is, yeah,
Right.
what's going on. So there's the abandoned, the feeling abandoned is in the story. It's
Yeah.
like in that situation because it seems like we're so normal. We think this is in the situation, and I can explain why I feel that because that was happening and that was happening. So it's related to circumstances in the story or in the
Right.
past and what we think is the past and all that. But it's in the end, there's that separation. It's that feeling of there's something going on, and when there's that separate, it's like there's suddenly like, oh, I'm not good enough, or everybody. When you listen around, it's like everyone has something going on. Like I'm feeling alone, abandoned. I'm not belonging to the group. There's so many different stories. It's all the same story. It's a misunderstanding, but it's so normal to see it in the story and confirming and being busy with those circumstances.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah.
Yeah. Hmm.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, and there's something else. Can you say something about memories? They seem strong when some come, now more, less strong. Another way of seeing them, not mine, just arising, just strong sensation. And the strength of the feeling is way less now, less personal. Yeah, there is no other. Yeah, when there's memory, there can we call it memory. There can be images and something, and we think like, oh, it's about what happened yesterday or before, or maybe with your parents or whatever. It's like those memories can arise. It's images, and we think in time, so we think it's real. It's only those images, and they don't have any meaning. Well, they're arising. So there's what we think, and that's maybe those memories can be there, but that trying to do something with it, it can be not that strong or not that important anymore. But you can't do that. There's no one. So there's no way to deal with that or another way of seeing them of all, because that's what we normally think. We are so used that we are capable of dealing with what's going on. And all, although we hear everything, there's no one, then that idea or that concept of being able to change something or to see it in a different way is very strong. It's so embodied. There's no one. So there's there's nothing being able to change or all that. And there's no need for that because that what is happening is exactly that. It's not about someone who's seeing it in who has thoughts or memories and it's very contracted and that's less than that's not that good. And when somebody who has that and is not so much busy with it, it's better. No, it's just different. It's only different. It doesn't matter. It doesn't. It does. We think it's about people, about my life or about life of someone else. There is no life of someone else. There is those memories, and there is maybe some contracted energy, but that's it. There is no meaning in that. There's no person who is living that life. It's crazy. This is crazy. We are so busy with ourselves and we are the center and we are busy with what's going on and comparing it with others or what was before. There is no before. There's no development. Oh God, there's no development. That's so strong. We want to come closer in this way. You can't come closer. There is no closer. It never was wrong or not yet there. That's the misunderstanding. But that's so embodied, that feeling of there's something missing, there's something not right yet. That's so, that separate feeling of separation is that. So it seems like I am there and I can change what's going on because it doesn't feel comfortable, it feels not free, it feels not happy or their problems or anything. Life is everything. Everything. Not for anyone. Hmm.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
What do you you've said before, like everything is random, I think. Have you said that?
Hmm.
Have you said? So it seems that there are patterns, that's what seems to, we have differences because there are patterns of feelings and thinking. And also, I don't know how we would speak without some kind of pattern involved. How would I form a sentence? So do you think of randomness a bit differently than I'm thinking of it? Or?
Yeah, maybe, but there can be patterns, or there is, there's like laws in nature, or all that. All those things can be there, but they're meaningless in that way. And we try to find out what's going on and why, and in that way. So in that way, it's random. But there can be patterns, and there can be random in that way. Yeah, it's also the same. It's like everything. Yeah, yeah, of course. Yeah. But this is not, the strange thing is what we normally think, or what a lot of lots can go on, that there's something to ask at Rose and how she sees this or sees that. What is going on? This is about loss. This is what we do is that we try to find out or to be more clear, or the like, oh, it's like that. Oh, okay, it's like, so we trying to have, in a way you could say, we have more insights, or clear, or understanding, or less thoughts, or all that. This is about loss, the loss of a lot of ideas about what's going on, and concepts about how we can do it, and the belief that there's control and I can do something about it, and all, there's so many ideas, and that's the loss. So what, in the end, there's nothing left. So there's only not knowing, and that can be a question, and then suddenly arises things that on that, but in the end, it's not knowing, and there's not being sure about things. Also, doesn't matter so much. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more like, oh, I always thought it was like that. Oh, I now see it, and it's like, oh, oh, of course, yeah, oh, it's more like that, and so it's not special at all. It's not that suddenly there's a knowing, or there's something special or anything. It's so normal, but we are so not used to that. We are so used to fill it in and do something with it and have ideas about it, and so many understanding, and all that, and we assume it's like that and all that. And when there can be some concepts or beliefs are not that strong, or falling away and falling apart, and then it's like, oh, yeah, how can I tell, because it's just normal. Yeah. So there's nothing special about this, and that seems so much, because it seems like, what to have that, so, and there's nothing to have. It's more about loss, and that loss, that can be threatening, because that having something that's, in a way, it's like, that's we're used to, and it's going, and more insights. But this is about a loss of control and not knowing, and it's like, oh, that can be threatening, or feeling like, oh, or there can be a tiredness, or there can be all kind of ways, because we behave in a certain way to feel safe, and all those ideas, all those concepts, or can be some patterns also, they just can fall away or not arise anymore, and then it feels a bit like naked, and and it can be all kind of feelings. Or when there's a relaxation, there can be also suddenly a sadness. You don't even know why, but there can be feeling, all everything, and that's what we normally not used to, because that those feelings you can't even name them or know what is going on, or that feels like a bit like muddy and then it's like, yeah, but this can't be it. It should be like freedom or something like that. I don't know. Well, it's something like that. So it's, well, it can be for a while. And it can be also for a while, like people have that, like there are a lot of things are lost. And that feels a bit like flat. And then no motivation, not going on. And a bit like, no, not depressed maybe, but a bit like, yeah, and all that. Because that it's everything, it's not yet there. It's more the loss of all those going and feeling like this is important, and you can't see it anymore. So it's this is not what most people like, because it can also be like, yeah, feelings or periods like or not really nice or nice. But in a way, it's not about nice, because when everything is lost, the strange thing is when there's nothing going on about it, it's not awful. It's what it is, and there's nothing being busy with trying to work it out or what is going on or all that. It's that feeling, like a while going on, and then after a while it's gone, and I don't know what happened. It's like an animal, in a way. In a way, yeah. Yeah.
Hi, Rose. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, very clear.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, I'm rather overwhelmed here. And there's a feeling of sadness. I'm traveling and there's a lot of driving,
Hmm.
so a bit stressed on the
Mm-hmm.
motorways. And I'm
Mm-hmm.
in an idyllic environment, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't even enjoy it somehow. I still
Mm-hmm.
feel I can't relax.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
just like,
Yeah. Can be.
oh, I,
Yeah. Can be. There can be. It's that.
yes,
That's life. It can be relax. No, no. There can be stress, and then feelings of suddenly sadness. You don't even know why, and or maybe you think you do, or and there's the. It's no enjoying. And you thought, I'm doing this because I want to enjoy things, or
yeah.
yeah, yeah, can
Well,
be.
it's like the idea that, well, I should be uh in heaven, I should really
Yeah,
enjoy this.
yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, the view is spectacular, and I just
Ah,
want to roll up in a bowl, and
ah, yeah, yeah.
I don't know. It's like it's too
That's so
much. It's too
strange.
much.
It's so strange. You think like circumstances are causing joy, making you lie, and then and then suddenly it's completely different. I don't know why. You don't know why. It's like that suddenly. So it has nothing to
Mm,
do with circumstances, and we're so used that it's because of circumstances. It's great here, so I enjoy this.
yes.
No, doesn't mean that. No. And that's crazy that it's completely random in that way. It's can that those feelings can be there, and maybe after an hour it's like
Um,
it's completely different again. Like, what is going on here? I don't know. You don't know.
yes.
It's
It's
like
like
that.
I love what you're saying. Um,
Yeah.
because in a way, it's as if it's not allowed, not
Uh,
allowed to, not
mm,
allowed not to enjoy this,
yeah.
not allowed
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
feel frustrated or angry, or in those circumstances. So
Yeah,
it's
sure.
lovely to hear you.
Yeah. Well, that's the concept we have
Yeah.
about how it should be. It's amazing how strong that is, and it can be a long time. There's not so much going on, and suddenly it's suddenly there again. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, there's somebody having the telephone. Oh. Hmm.
Yes, it's like a sadness.
Yeah, sure, it can be there. Yeah.
If I lost you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's not your sadness, because that's what we normally think in what I should feel, and I feel now to sadness. There can be hanging sadness in the air. I don't know how to say it. It's just there. It has nothing to do with you or somebody else. It's that
Yeah.
sadness. There is no life of Catherine. There's
And yet it feels
sadness. Yeah. Yeah.
so tight, so me.
So what?
It
So
feels like it feels like it's from a center, from the
yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
But that's what we normally, we're so convinced. It's like it's not even convinced. That so embodied belief that there's a center, and I'm that and in that. And this is about the loss of that we that belief that's so strong and convincing, and then there can be not being that can be not that strong. And some moments it's suddenly so strong again. That's like that. And after a while it's gone again, and you can't even think why I was bothering about that. I can't even understand that. So it changes.
Yes.
Yeah,
So it's like contracted energy, really. It just feels like
can be.
very
Yeah,
contracted. Yeah.
yeah, can be. But that's life. Like your heart is also like doing contracted. We are happy with that in a way in the story. But it's there's of course there's also contracted. But we think
No,
like that's I don't like that.
no,
Life
thank
is not
you.
interested.
Uh,
Life is not interested. This is life. Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, Rose.
Yeah. Thanks. Mm,
So um,
mm, yeah. A moment. Ah, boy. Oh God. Ah. We have so many ideas about how it will be when when it's all over. Maybe we have ideas about speakers also, how about their life will be and all that. You can't even imagine. It's just completely different. That's what normally is imagined, because there's an imagination about something better somewhere, maybe more emptiness or more joy or anything. It's there can be thoughts also, and there can be just normal. It's just so normal. There can be being busy, and there can be sadness suddenly, and crying, and then talking, and then after a while it's laughing again, or not busy with anything. It's just normal. The only thing, what can be a different is that it's very, yeah, it's not even seen, but there's nothing going on trying to change it. So there's no escape. Well, it's not better. No. When there's being busy with it, that's also what arising. It's not you doing it. But it's so difficult because then in that we talk also in the story. So it seems when there's talking in the story, there's still a possibility to change, or there's something not right yet, or something it's confirmed in that way. And then immediately in the same time, there's talking in the story and it's saying, no, there's nothing happening. There is no life of someone. There never was. So it's confusing. So trying to get it, what's normally very normal, is part of the story. And sometimes it's not heard that there's no story. Then there's being busy with what's being said and trying to do it or something like can be. It's energetic, so anything can be there. But the strange thing is that what is embodied, that feeling of this is not good enough, this is not enough, I'm not satisfied, it should be different. That all those I'm feeling a bit and how can there be a change? Oh, it's better now. But still there's this it's so strong. That's so embodied, that belief that I'm here. And when I am here, there's part of that idea of I is there's something wrong. So that's part of that belief, but the misunderstanding. You can't
Yes,
you can't
sorry.
think yourself out of it, and that's so yeah.
It's looking for a better experience, really.
Yeah. In the end, it's
Rejecting one thing.
yeah.
This is not my cup of tea.
Yeah, I want another one. Yeah, it's that. Yeah,
Sorry, can you mute me? I don't know.
yeah, it's good. And the strange thing is also, they can also say like, I don't want that, but the importance of everything is lost. So there can be saying anything when the importance isn't there anymore. They can be saying, oh, what a weather, I want to have a son, or all that. But there can be a hearing of that importance and that I want something for me. When that's lost, they can be saying anything because it doesn't matter. There's no importance or stress about it should be really. Yeah.
There's just holding a phone.
Holding a phone. Yeah.
There's just holding the phone.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
There's no one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Sorry.
Oh, no, it's beautiful like that. Yeah, it's like that. It's just amazing. Then suddenly it's like, oh, yeah. Mm, yeah. John, er is iemand... Oh, oké.
Hi, Rose.
Hi.
I had some thoughts and they disappear so quickly. Yes, it
Hmm.
feels like, you know, a person is going to die and they want to know something about death. They want to be reassured, you know.
Yeah.
It feels a bit like that. Uh,
Hmm.
this fear um, of not being there, even though it is said that there's already no one there. It it's so
Yeah, it can feel like
convincing,
that. Yeah.
you
Hmm.
know.
Hmm.
Yes, yeah, and and there would be there will be no knowing.
Hmm.
It sort of feels that it's feared and it's longed for at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Can be. And maybe there are some ideas about not knowing, because it seems like, oh,
Oh
will I know
yes.
where my home is or how to do this, or I don't know. The not knowing has something frightening about it, but in a way, it's
Oh,
no big deal. Hmm. Yeah, there can be a
oh, thank
longing.
you. Yes, yeah,
A
yeah.
longing.
That's enough.
Yeah. Well, yeah. It's so easy. This is life is life is so easy. There's nothing
They're
difficult
making
about
it
it.
so complicated.
Yeah. Oh God, we have so many ideas how we can do it and we should, and oh my God, what will happen then and what can I do then? Oh, there's so many. Wow. Yeah. In Holland, we call when there's something going on, and then we about war, and then about worrying. And in Holland, we call that making worries. That's the expression of how we
Me-
call that. It's amazing that we make worries. That sounds so normal that we don't even hear that we do that. We be making worries. You making worries? Yeah, I'm making worries. Why should you? So, but it's amazing. It's so normal. Yeah, funny.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thanks. Hmm.
It seems that it was the wishing for a better experience that was the
Hmm.
problem.
Yeah, and
That
it's
that was
so
the
yeah. Hmm.
yeah, and
Yeah.
nothing could be done but about it. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's gone. It's just gone, as if it
Ah.
never was there.
Ah. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a bit of
Uh-huh.
a delay, so
Yeah. It's a bit like what's going. What are like that? Yeah, this can be strange. It's in a way it's new like that. Hmm. The strange thing is when some concepts or beliefs or trying to certain behavings or all that, when they're not arise anymore, like maybe like trying to make it better, when that's not arising, it's just also nothing, because you don't even remember you did, and it's not even noticed. So when that's not there, it's not even noticed, it's not there, it's just normal. So it's so crazy. We're longing for something else, and when there's something not there, it's not even noticed, it's just so normal. So wow, there's so much ideas about how it will be.
Except getting bitten by mosquitoes is still unpleasant.
Can be like, how? Like that. Yeah, of course. It's also normal. Yeah, of course. Just not saying like, yeah, you can bite me, it's all right. No. No. We can think that it's about a certain behaving, not to do some things anymore. It has nothing to do with it. Any behaving can be there. Only the importance of that, it's very important to behave like that the importance is lost. So there's no meaning in it. It's just that behaving, yeah. So, and that's the difference in a way. Well, it doesn't, we think it has with some doing or a way or something like that. It's everything, but there's no importance and nothing is important or as any meaning. It's like that. It's more like that. Because there's no one. So what then can be that behaving or that? There's no one. So, and there's also no one like in a body over there that seems like there's someone. No. So how can it be important? life doesn't go anywhere. It is. Life doesn't happen to someone. It is. It's strange to hear you're not important. And it's not saying like you're not important, or there's also you're important or not important. It's not about you. So there's no importance in anything. And we are so focused when there's a center that I'm important. So there can be a feeling of people don't see me, I don't feel important. So trying to work out so then I can that more people will see me, or being busy with that or all that. So confirming that I'm good enough and being busy in all that. So in that way, there's a huge investment in being someone, maybe in importance or in a good feeling, or I am good enough, or all that. And then there's coming to these meetings and they're saying, no, there's no one. So that whole construct, being busy with being important or more important or not so much, being scared or all that, being busy with and all investing in to feel a better person or feeling more comfortable and all that is not seen as useless, or it's seen as it doesn't go anywhere. They can be doing that, but it doesn't go anywhere. So that's that all that investment that we are doing and we are busy with, and in all kind of way, in relations and money and circumstances and all, and yourself and all that, and it's suddenly not confirmed. And that's what we are busy all day. We are so busy with that all day and all circumstances and thinking about it, and it's only seen as a dream. It's only a dream. It's like, but that's my life. I'm busy with that, and it's very important because now it's going better because I did that and all that. That investment is huge. So hearing that there's no one is not seeing that investment. So that's that there's something holding on to it, because that there's so much energy put into that and all that. So in that way, it's a threat. But in another way, there's also that longing for something forever. No need to be busy with everything all day, and the relaxation and being like, no need to do anything in that way. So there's that what's being said here too is like, there's the longing for that no need for anything anymore. Like, what that investment, trying to feel like I'm someone and I did so many things, and how will it go when there's no one, and what is that nothing, and how will it be, and all that. So it's puts everything on like, can be like that too, of course, but it's a dream. It never was real, and it can feel so real and important.
Rose?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
if there is no such thing as a better experience, there is also no progress, right?
Yeah, in the story, it's about
Yeah.
that. But there's even no experience. That's assuming that it's you feeling it. There's that feeling can happen. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a feeling. Yeah.
And at the same time, like there is change and there is no change. It's
No. Yeah. Yeah.
change.
It's
Yeah.
it's it's changing, but it's new. Everything
Yeah.
is new already. So in that way, there's a change. But
Yeah.
yeah, not for anyone, because most of the time the change is for someone, and that there's something not there anymore, or when there's looking back or comparing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm.
Because in the story it seems like some things are getting better in the story. I mean,
Yeah, of course. Yeah, but that's because we look at it and then we think like I feel, and we have some experience in that. We forget other experiences also. Well, okay,
yeah.
can be.
It's very tricky, like things coming and disappearing, and it's like can't make sense out of
Yeah.
that.
Well, it's so funny that it's we are so focused on certain behavior of certain things that were not going well, and we focused on that, and the 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 whole something else. It's just focusing,
Yeah,
and then when you focus, you see it in that way. It's just how it goes. Yeah.
such a strange habit in a way.
Yeah. It's like how do you say that? Um, verslaving and
Like addiction.
addiction. Yeah. Yeah.
Addiction. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Doesn't feel like that because it feels like I'm busy. It's going better and feels good and all that. It's so amazing. Oh wow. And it's awful to hear that because you think, don't take that away because because that's addiction is about drinking or smoking or eating too much chocolate or
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very strange. It's funny in a way. It's
Yeah.
very,
Yeah.
like
It's
life have humor, very very funny humor.
Yeah, but it's awful in a way when you're busy with trying to feel better and doing things about that and all that, and then hearing it's an addiction. It's like, what are you saying? Because that feels like I'm busy. I'm good in a way. I'm busy with a good thing because that's what life is about. Trying to get a better world, trying to get a better life, and all that. And then suddenly there's somebody saying that. It's like, huh? Yeah, because we're so focused on this is not good enough and should be a better experience, what somebody said. Yeah. Not hearing that it's already complete. Because that's the unconditional love. It's so amazing that it's already complete. It doesn't matter what it is. But that's what we're longing for also. Like, oh, it's never good enough. And then finally it's hearing like, oh, but it is. It is already. It's exactly how it is. So where to go? No. Yeah. That's so strange to hear sometimes. In a way, it's like, oh yeah. And then we go again.
Well, we have like some kind of fixed ideas, like what good is and what is pleasure.
Yeah, that's so embodied. It's not only in the mind, it's so the thoughts, it's embodied so strong.
Yeah. It's like my sister, she's going through some physical challenges and she's so focused about all the negativities and the pain and there is other stuff that happens which are also really very interesting.
Yeah.
Other stuff,
Yeah. You don't see that. It's just focus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I see. I tell her,
Yeah,
there's
that's so strong.
and
Yeah.
she so want to hold on to the pain and negativity and like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I say it's a cliche, but it is what it is.
Yeah, and some people it can be on negativity, but can also on positive.
Yes, yes.
It's the same story. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
It feels
It's
better
true.
maybe.
Yeah. Yeah. It's true.
Yeah,
Same thing.
yeah, yeah.
There's so much, yeah, the ideas can be so fixed already, so it's very
Oh,
difficult.
it's so convincing also, because that's so we're so yeah. Look around, it's so strong. Yeah.
And also like that, it's so easy to project things on other people. It's so easy to do that. Like we project like whatever. Can
Oh,
you hear me?
yeah, what you see in other people, then what they do.
Yeah, like you have your
Yeah,
own
yeah.
experiences, and you project your experiences on other people. It's so
Oh, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think people just do it so easily. It's so easy to do.
Hmm. But yeah, that doesn't matter. It's just
No,
yeah,
it
there
doesn't.
can be, yeah, that can be maybe that yeah, that's maybe that still goes on. Well,
Yeah. Yeah.
or there can also be not really listening to people. Yeah, it can be. Yeah, I don't know. Of course, but yeah. So what? And then someone being angry. You never listen. Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. Well, it doesn't mean that doesn't go on anymore. Of course, there
Yeah.
can be that too.
Oh, that can happen. Of course, it can
Yeah,
happen.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is not the holy grail or something
No.
like it, all those ideas, because that's impossible. We have so many ideas about how holy is it, or what is
Yeah.
wisdom and all that. So,
I
yeah.
thought you were perfect, Rose.
So what? What?
I thought you were perfect, Rose.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, some things that can be perfection and other things. Yeah, it's so, but it's so, we have so many ideas and that's so quickly put on a speaker or somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is already unconditional love. That's what we look, this is already what we're looking for. It's not for someone. It's not about love, the nice feeling of personal love. It's unconditional love. Unconditional love isn't saying this is right or wrong. It's everything. It's everything, and that's already. It's everything what's apparently happening. It's exactly that what's going on, that feeling, that phase or sensation, that sound. Can't even name it. It doesn't, nothing matters. That's the amazing of unconditional love. Nothing matters because it's already everything. It's already everything. So there's no right, there's no wrong. It's that computer. It's the way it's going. It's exactly that already. It doesn't mean it's nice or awful or anything. It's what it is. Exactly that. There's And there's nothing that's wrong. It can't be wrong. It's exactly what is happening. It's exactly that. It's that phase. It's that movement. It's everything. So it's unconditional. When we say it's freedom, it's unconditional. It's not about a feeling. It's unconditional freedom for no one. That's already, it's everything. Thank you. Thank you.
It's too simple.
Too simple. Oh, yeah.